today, the December 25th, 2008. It is now the time when the end of 2008 is approaching and the beginning of the new year, 2009, is coming soon. In this period of this end of the year and the new year coming soon, the Christian family gather and have parties. They have family dinner and they are having fun. Jesus Christ told the followers who believe in Him that just as much the followers love Jesus, in the same way they should also love other beings. So in this way, Jesus encouraged the followers to have loving kindness on other beings as well. It is believed that the Christian belief is mainly on loving kindness, on love. In the Buddha's teachings, among the three trainings, Sila, Samadhi and Panya, morality, concentration and wisdom, loving kindness is in the middle group, Samadhi Sikha, concentration training. Loving kindness is not the essence of Buddhism, but developing loving kindness can be a support. It's a support to attain the true essence of Buddhism. Among the three trainings, Sila, morality, is the foundation. Practicing Sila, one refrains oneself from wrongdoing by body and speech. Practicing Sila, morality, is a good habit, it is a wholesome habit. Samadhi Sikha, concentration training, deals with calming the mind, keeping the mind concentrated, calm and tranquil. When the mind is concentrated, calm and tranquil, the defilements are suppressed, the defilements are removed momentarily. Having concentration, the defilements become weaker and weaker. And finally, at the last stage, one can totally remove the defilements. The last stage is the true essence of Buddha's teachings. Essence of belief may vary from one to another. However, having loving kindness on other beings, wishing the welfare of others, it is very good to develop loving kindness. And Saraji says, today the December 25th of 2008, so during this period, families gather to have dinner, to have meals together, to have fun, to celebrate family gathering, especially at this period, welcoming the new year. Nowadays, in the world, the Christian year has become international. And people from many countries celebrate the New Year according to the Christian year. Also in Myanmar, where Buddhism prevails, the Myanmars also have adapted, and the Myanmars also have celebrated the New Year widely. And the Burmese New Year is not so much recognized anymore. In this period, the Christians, they spend their time, they spend their money on Christmas trees, and also the children, they are excited to have gifts from the Santa. So when the children sleep at night, Santa Claus is believed to come and put toys, snacks, food in the socks that the children had hung up. So there are many kinds of such kind of celebrations. In Burmese New Year, in the Burmese New Year period, young people celebrate the Burmese New Year by pouring water, throwing water on each other, and they also have fun by throwing water in the period of Burmese New Year. So wherever it is, whether it is in other countries celebrating New Year or whether it is in Myanmar celebrating New Year, people are having fun, and it has become extreme, and there can be some fatal deaths that are caused by having too much fun in the New Year. Also in Myanmar, in the Burmese New Year, the young celebrate having fun, and there can be cases where they end up having problems such as death, injury, and so on. Celebrating New Year is a custom of people, and they make farewell to the old year and welcome the new year. The Burmese who are Buddhists, they have the way of doing farewell for the old year by developing wholesome deeds, and they welcome the new year by doing wholesome deeds. So there are so many things that people do in the period of welcoming the new year. What Sayadaw means to say here is that in Christianism, the essence of Christians is love, having love for others. So in the Buddhist term, love can be of other meanings, and Sayadaw will explain the meaning of love. In Burmese, there are words: love, loving kindness. Love can mean the love between brothers and sisters, between friends, family members, love between parents and children, love between lovers, partners, love between husband and wife. The word is the same, love, but it varies. There are two kinds of love which are different. When one loves someone with attachment, with lust, it is called Tanha, craving. And when one loves someone else with Tanha, craving, it happens that one cannot live without the other. One cannot live without seeing the other. So there can be this kind of love with craving between lovers, partners, husband and wife. And also there can be love with craving among parents and children, so on. Because it involves Tanha, craving, such kind of love is impure, not clean. Pure love means the wish for the welfare of others, wanting others to be healthy, wanting others to be well, wanting others to be free from enmity and danger, wanting others to have physical well-being, mental happiness, wishing others that they be able to take care of themselves, take care of their body with comfort. So such kind of wish for the welfare of others is pure and clean, and thus it is called loving kindness. When Jesus says that just as I love you all should love others. So in this saying, it doesn't say what kind of love. And Sayadaw says the kind of love without the mixture of Tanha, craving, is pure and clean. The Tanha love and Metta love, the usage is the same, and there is similarity between the two. The kind of love that has the mixture of Tanha, craving, such kind of craving can be deceiving the person in the guise of Metta, loving kindness. It is said that Metta yana mukhena Tanha vanjeti, meaning Tanha, craving, pretends as Metta. Tanha, craving, deceives in the form of Metta, in the guise of Metta. So in this way, Tanha, craving, deceives as it wants the welfare of others in the guise of Metta. So people who do not know the pure qualities of Metta think that Tanha, craving, is Metta. So in this way, people who do not understand the pure quality of Metta think of Tanha, craving, as Metta, because they do not know the way Tanha deceives. And Sayadaw will explain on this. Wanting the benefit and welfare of others is pure Metta, pure loving kindness, and it is not mixed with Tanha, craving. So the true Metta, genuine Metta, is loving kindness, which does not involve the impure Tanha, craving. When one has true loving kindness towards others, one wants the benefit and welfare of others, wanting them to be well off, wanting them to be successful in business, one's job, to earn, to be well-to-do in life. And also wanting others to be free from enmity, to be free from danger, wanting others to be physically well, mentally happy. It is the metta, loving kindness, that can generate wholesomeness. In order to develop metta, to accumulate wholesomeness, one can do it in any way one wants. One can radiate metta towards one person, two persons, a group, and so on. And also, there is the other way of radiating metta in order to attain jhana absorption. In order to attain jhana, one has to radiate metta, one has to initiate metta, one has to cultivate it, develop it, so that metta will be cultivated, increased, and metta will become from small to big, from tender to ripe, from less to many, and one develops metta bhavana. So one has to develop metta bhavana in order to attain jhana absorption. So there are two kinds. The first one is to radiate metta in order to develop, in order to accumulate ordinary wholesome deeds. And the second type is radiating metta in the form of metta bhavana in order to attain jhana absorption. If one is not satisfied, dissatisfied on someone else or a group, there can be anger, hatred. When there is anger, hatred, dissatisfaction on others, the mind will be lacking metta, and the mind will be dry. There will not be metta moisture in the mind. So in this way, having anger, hatred, dissatisfaction, one's mind is dry. One mind is dry by lack of wish for other people's welfare or benefit. The person who lacks metta, when he/she deals with others, when he/she deals with family members, there will be anger, hatred, grudge, and also when dealing with others outside of family, without any metta towards them, there will be anger, hatred, grudge, and the mind will be dry without the metta moisture. When one develops metta, loving kindness, such kind of dissatisfaction, anger, hatred will be calmed, and his or her bodily behavior, verbal behavior will be calm, lovable, and so on. Buddha had mentioned 11 benefits of metta, loving kindness, but here Sayadaw does not have time to explain, so Sayadaw will explain the qualities of Metta, the characteristics, function, manifestation, and proximate cause of Metta. In Visuddhimagga, it mentions the characteristic of Metta as Hitakara Bhavati Lakhana Metta. Metta has the characteristic of wishing the welfare and benefit of others, wanting others to be well, happy, well-to-do, wanting others to be free from enmity, unwholesomeness, wanting others to develop wholesomeness, wanting others to be physically well, mentally happy. So such kind of wish for the welfare and benefit of others, it is the characteristic of Metta, loving kindness. Metta developed in the mind alone is not as strong. When dealing with others, one should express Metta in one's bodily behavior and mental behavior. When dealing with others, helping others, supporting others, it is Metta expressed in bodily action. When helping others, one should help without expecting personal gain or fame, and such kind of help is Metta expressed in bodily action. And also, Metta can be expressed in verbal action. One can talk freely, not pretending, not to show off, but to talk freely, to help others by speech in a pure way. It is Metta expressed in verbal action. In this way, when Metta is developed in the mind and also expressed in bodily behavior and verbal behavior, one's Metta will become stronger. Hitupasanhara rasa, meaning Metta has the function of working for the benefit of others in the mind and also in body and speech. When one performs Metta in body and speech also, others will love the person, and one is developing Metta systematically in the mind as well as in his or her bodily and verbal behavior, without expecting personal gain or fame, without any pretending. When one develops Metta also in one's bodily and verbal behavior, others will not hold grudge on the person. The person also will not have grudge or ill will on others. Agata vinaya pachupatthana, meaning Metta has the manifestation of removing grudge and ill will. And the proximate cause of Metta to arise when one is dealing with family members, friends, colleagues, and also with pets. In others, there are lovable aspects as well as unpleasant aspects in other beings. So when dealing with family members, friends, colleagues, or even pets, one should look on the lovable aspects of others. If one does not have good Manasikara, if one does not have good intention or wise consideration, one tends to look on the unpleasant aspects of others. When one looks at unpleasant aspects of others, there can be hatred, dislike. There can be anger, hatred as well. Sayadaw gives an example of a frog. The frog is very small, but if a person touches the frog with a stick, the frog becomes angry and the body of the frog becomes bigger and bigger with anger. In the same way, when the person is developing anger, it will be just like the frog in the example. Seeing the weak point, seeing the unpleasant aspects of others, one gets angry and it will be compared to the frog. So, in order to avoid it, one should only look at the pleasant aspect, good aspect, lovable points, lovable aspects of others. When one looks at lovable aspects of others, then one can develop metta towards others. In this way, one has to look at lovable aspects of others. A person may be bad in body and speech, but the person may have good intention, good mind. In this case, one should look at his good intention, the other's good intention. A person may not have good intention, but his or her body and speech may be good. In this case, the person should look at the other's good behavior in others' body and speech. In this way, seeing the lovable aspect of others, one will not have grudge on others, one develops metta on others. Seeing the lovable aspect of others is the proximate cause for developing metta. And this is the way one can develop metta according to the teaching of the Buddha. Wanting the welfare and benefit of others is the characteristic of metta. When one wants the welfare and benefit of others, wanting others to be successful in one's business, one's job, to earn good living, it is not enough. As a wise person, the true welfare and benefit of oneself is to have good control on one's body and speech, so that one does not commit wrongdoing. Wanting others to be free from killing, stealing, sexual misconduct, lying, wanting others to be free from transgression, wanting others to be free from wrongdoing by body and speech, wanting others to have good behavior in body and speech, to be pure, clean, gentle, wanting others to have good control of themselves, it is the true benefit of others. Just as when one has good business, one will earn and one's standard of living will be high. In the same way, when one has good moral conduct, which is the basic, one will be pure and peaceful. Having good moral conduct, one will be free from self-blame, one will not be blamed or criticized by others, one will not meet danger, and due to one's good volition, the person will not be inferior or degraded. Being free from internal enmity, one will also be free from danger. Wanting the true welfare and benefits of others, wanting others to be free from enmity and danger, it is the true Metta in accordance with the teaching of the Buddha. If a person is not free from internal enmity, the person will not be free from danger, and thus there is no way that person will have happiness or well-being. So in order to be well and happy, one should be free from internal enmity. Wanting others to be free from internal enmity and danger, it is the true Metta, true loving kindness in accordance with the teachings of the Buddha. In the Buddha's teachings, there are two terms, Vera and Bhaya. Vera means enmity. Two kinds of enmity. The first one is unwholesomeness enmity, and the second one is enemy in the form of person or being. Among the two types of Vera enmity, the first one is unwholesomeness enmity. Unwholesomeness rooted in lobha, dosa, moha, greed, anger, delusion. It is the first kind of enmity. The second one is Pogala Vera, enemy in the form of person or being. Among these two types of Vera, the first one, Akusala Vera, unwholesomeness enmity, is most frightening. Having ordinary form of greed, extreme form of greed, having ordinary form of hatred, extreme hatred, having ordinary form of delusion, an extreme form of delusion, having envy, jealousy, such kind of things are internal enmity, and they are arising within oneself. They are the nearest internal enmity, and if one indulges in these unwholesomeness, one will also meet harm and danger. In the text, what the Buddha had taught, Vera consists of killing, stealing, sexual misconduct, lying, taking intoxicants. So these 5 things, killing, stealing, sexual misconduct, lying, taking intoxicants, are taken as Vera in Virabhaya Sutta. When these unwholesomeness are arising, one can also meet harm and danger. A person who has committed wrongdoings cannot be happy, cannot be at ease. A person who had done wrongdoings will be in fear of self-criticism, also the fear of being blamed, criticized by others, and also others who had been tormented by the person will take revenge, and also the person can be punished by the authorities. And due to the one's bad intention, the person can be reborn in lower existences. So in this way, if a person is not free from internal enmity, one can also meet 4 kinds of danger and harm. Being free from internal enmity, one will no longer meet harm or danger. Abhyabhaja means being free from mental suffering, being happy. Anika means being free from physical suffering, to have well-being. And one more thing is needed, to be able to take care of oneself with ease and comfort. When one radiates metta towards others, sabbe satta avira hontu, abhyabhaja hontu, anika hontu, sukhiyatana priharantu, meaning, may they be free from internal enmity, may they be free from harm and danger, may they be free from mental suffering, may they be free from physical suffering, may they be able to take care of themselves with ease and comfort. So when it is said that sabbe satta avira hontu, meaning may the beings be free from internal enmity, may they be able to keep the 5 precepts, may they be able to observe the 5 precepts. Having a good control of oneself, observing the 5 precepts, one will be a true human, and one will not meet harm, and automatically one will have physical well-being, mental happiness, physical well-being, and the person will also be able to take care of himself, herself with ease and comfort. Radiating metta, avira hontu, and so on, it is genuine metta, wanting others to be free from internal enmity, harm, danger, suffering, and so on. When one radiates metta, one should do so with the understanding of the meaning. Reciting without knowing the meaning, it will just be mere recitation or chanting, and pure metta will not be there. So in order to radiate metta according to the teachings given by the Buddha, one should radiate metta wanting others to be free from enmity, internal enmity, danger, harm, wanting others to have good moral conduct, wanting others to have pure behavior by body, speech, and mind. When people have good behavior by body and speech, they will not be hurting others, and thus the surrounding will also be peaceful. Having good moral conduct, having good conduct by body and speech, one is purified, and also one is not harming others, and thus the surrounding will also be peaceful. So it is the genuine metta according to the teachings of the Buddha. And Sayadaw says Jesus may also have mentioned this kind of pure metta. Having pure metta, there will be patience, forgiveness. Even though others insult the person forgives, and his or her true metta will become strong. When dealing with others, the person has forgiveness, patience, able to make sacrifices. Just by having genuine metta, all the other good states of mind arises. and one also has consideration, compassion, empathy towards others. Having empathy, having compassion, consideration towards others, if one does not like to be hurt, others will be the same, and the person develops compassion, consideration, empathy towards others, and thus his or her mind is uplifted, high and noble. So in this way, having Metta in one's mind, developing Metta in one's mind, as well as expressing in bodily and verbal behavior, the person also develops patience, forgiveness, compassion, consideration, empathy towards others, and thus the person will always be remembered by others. And such kind of Metta is called Saraniya. It is the state where others will always remember the person. It is something that everyone should have. Killing others is rooted in anger, aversion. When one cannot control one's anger, aversion, one can commit killing. Stealing other people's property, committing sexual misconduct is rooted in raga, lust. And when one has this internal enmity, one ends up committing wrongdoing. Lying in order to gain one's benefit is rooted in lobha, greed. Lying, deceiving others in order to destroy others is rooted in anger. Taking intoxicants is rooted in greed, wanting to be happy. Taking intoxicants is rooted in greed, and it also rooted in delusion. Being able to refrain from such things, one's physical, verbal behavior will be pure, clean. Having genuine Metta, one also develops patience, forgiveness, sacrifice, compassion, consideration, and all these mental states arises by having Metta, loving kindness. If one lacks compassion, one indulges in one anger, hatred, and one hurts and harms others. Having genuine Metta, having loving kindness towards others, one helps others by offering things. Having compassion, karuna, one does not want others to be needy, and thus one supports others with material things. Having Metta and karuna, one does not want others to suffer physically and mentally. One has consideration, empathy, and compassion towards others. It is not enough just to have loving kindness and compassion. One needs to develop one's mind so as to remove kilesa, defilement. In order to remove kilesa, defilement, one should develop knowledge by the practice of Satipatthana meditation. Developing the mind with Satipatthana meditation is taught in the teachings of the Buddha. There is no other teaching that teach the development of the mind. Buddha boldly declared that it is only in the Buddha's dispensation that teaches the development of the mind. Having Metta, one removes hatred, dosa. Having Karuna, one removes cruelty, dosa. Hatred and cruelty are suppressed by Metta and Karuna. They are calmed, but they are not totally extinguished by having Metta and Karuna. In order to distinguish hatred and cruelty and also other kinds of defilement, one needs to practice Satipatthana meditation. By practicing Satipatthana meditation, one can develop Vipassana jnana, insight knowledge. By developing insight knowledge, one is calming, suppressing, removing the defilement momentarily. And when one gains Ariya Magga path knowledge, one can totally remove the defilement. In order to remove the defilement to the point of no return, one needs to develop Panya, wisdom. Subhadda, the ascetic, came to the Buddha before Buddha attained Parinibbana. And Subhadda asked the Buddha the question. Other teachers such as Purana Kassapa, they claim themselves to have practiced and to have extinguished kilesa defilements. And Subhadda asked the Buddha whether these teachers really have practiced the path and whether they really had attained, discerned the truth as they had claimed. Buddha replied that only in the teachings of the Buddha there exists the Eight Noble Paths. In the other teachings, where they lack the Eight Noble Paths, they are void of people who have totally extinguished kilesa defilement. In the other beliefs, where they lack the Eight Noble Paths, it's void of arahats who are totally free from kilesa defilement. Only in the teachings of the Buddha there is the Eight Noble Paths, and thus there are arahats who are totally free from kilesa defilement by practicing the Eightfold Noble Paths. Only in the teachings of the Buddha there exists the true samana, the ones who have totally extinguished the kilesa defilement. So in this way, Buddha declared boldly that only in the teachings of the Buddha there exists the Eightfold Noble Paths, and there exists the noble persons who are totally free from defilement. So based on this, Sayadaw compares, and Sayadaw says that Christianity is good in its own way, but what Sayadaw here would like to say is that only in the Buddha's teaching there exists the Eight Noble Paths, and there exists the noble persons who have totally extinguished the defilements. So Sayadaw says that the year 2008 is coming to an end, and the new year 2009 is coming soon. So during this period where the new year will be coming soon, may all the yogis be able to practice Satipatthana meditation in order to develop Sila Samadhi Panya, morality, concentration and wisdom, in order to remove gross, medium and refined form of defilement. And may all the yogis be able to overcome internal enmity, which is the nearest internal enemy. May all the beings be able to remove internal enmity, to welcome the New Year 2009, which is coming soon. So may all the yogis be able to practice intensively, diligently, to welcome the New Year 2009, which is coming soon. And Sayadaw concludes this Dhamma talk about Metta in this occasion of Christmas on this day. Sadhu, sadhu,